Last time in the adventures of Power Rangers, the party has gathered their allies, paladins, tieflings, and members of Thief Guild, and ventured outside of the city of Madei to intercept the caravan of the Roman Ravenmar. The small army decided to attack the caravan during the daytime, as they believed it was the best time to fight the vampire lord. Mercenaries and constructs are protecting the caravan at all costs. It was not long before Roman Ravenmar showed his true form. So, hello and welcome everybody who joined us today for the episode 99 in the adventures of the Power Rangers in the world of Tithir. As the party has just initiated an assault on the camp of Roman Ravenmar last episode, they had a battle plan and they tried to follow it. It was partially successful, and they have withstanded a strong resistance from the defenders of the camp, from Roman Ravenmar himself, from the mercenaries, and from the Iron Golems, the constructs. So last game we managed to play 2 rounds of combat, and if we look at the board at the battlefield, we have the following disposition of units and their condition. So we can start with the bottom left with the Tieflings, the remainings of the Tieflings squad that was commanded by Rafe. It's currently engaged in the melee with the majority of mercenaries. There is still a sand wall running on the left side right next to them. It was acting as a quite disturbance, like a defensive disturbance. On the right flank we have majority of the PCs fighting the Iron Golems who just got into their backs against the mercenaries, and Farwell in the last game has made something unimaginable in the eyes of the paladins. He has conjured the fiend. Dun, dun, dun. That was Rock. And we have this amazing miniature here on the right side of the rock. But what happened is the Iron Golems came and did some massive AoE damage. And because of that, Farwell decided to use the ability of Warlocks, Tomb of Levistus, which protected him fully from damage, but caused him to go unconscious for 1 round while he's entombed in this massive bulk of ice surrounding him. So we have a Rock, which is no longer under his command, who would be disappearing in 2 rounds. That's I remember your role about it. Other than that, we have several paladins dead, several paladins still standing, some rogue tieflings dead, all of the... So quite a lot of casualties here on the right flank. Meanwhile, the Breen and Dr. Ravage, they were just following the commands of Sas, who was leading your strike force. And the strike force have penetrated all the way into the middle of the camp. So Sas is this bluish figurine. And Sas has single-handedly is now withstanding the assault of the Roman Ravenmar, who seem to have joined the general defense of the camp in his true form. Last thing, Sas, you've seen is how Roman Ravenmar has just consumed a soul of one of the servants, which is running around the camp. So some of the servants already run all the way to the forest. So these dudes in the black, in the blue pants and white shirts, those are the servants. but you've seen them that all of them are wearing the collars with you've seen those collars on many occasions with a symbol of the Order of True Knight, and he has just forced them into obediences with his terrific show of spells and scrolls, and now they're kind of like frozen in place following his command, roughly. What else happened in the last game is that a couple of the wagons which were following the caravan got displaced, some of them violently due to the explosions. And you could see how the soul energy has been actually leaking from one of them, which was violent, turning upside down. You've heard the cracks of the jars inside of it. So it's you find yourself also in a very similar situation as back in the Outfield. You've seen it before. The only thing is missing is the massive teleportation portal back there, but it's not active here. Yep, so this was our battle disposition after 2 rounds of combat. Some heavy casualties on both sides, and Rovan Remenwa pretty much being under... He's trying to protect himself. Sas, you're being the closest currently. And last thing you've seen is that after he has consumed the soul of his servant, all the damage that you caused him with a grenade, dynamite, your holy dynamite explosion, has just healed. But that was the only effect due to which he has healed. Even though his wings are kind of flapping up and he tries to protect himself from the direct sun, you realize that this is not the most effective parasol he could use in the daytime. So now your attack launched around 1 p.m. So it's bright daylight. And anything else? Any questions before we just proceed?
Since we stopped like mid-fight, can we have like a few minutes to align again on the team what we wanted to do?
I think we have spent an hour and a half post-game last time. Exactly with that question.
Exactly. But it was like 1.5 weeks ago. I'm not sure if everyone remembers.
It was less than...
Not sure if I remember.
Exactly a week ago.
Yeah, we were all old.
Yeah. That's the thing. We're great D&D players. We have great plans and all, but then we're old, so we forget them.
As far as I remember, Sas has its own plan, and he wanted to return back to the group, do something, and then kind of leaving the Rovenmar unguarded. That's what I remember. As per Farwald and his controlled group, they were just about to try to resurrect some of the paladins or revivify them and heal up. So like kind of full defensive round at least to regain some numbers. That's as far as I remember. As per Rave, there were no special commands or plans given for the Rave's squad.
I mean, Paulo and Farwood had like a plan, but there's one question arriving. Can anyone draw attention from the 3 golems? So that they don't attack either Farwood or... Perfect, okay. That's the part I forgot. Good.
I'm coming back, so I can stop there, around them.
That's much appreciated.
So as the So we can then basically start. So we are starting with round number 3. Thanks everyone who joined. I don't know, Sebastian is joining us. Suryan, Alexei. Please feel free to write in the chat. I know you were joining us last game, but then you didn't write anything. So, let's go from the top of initiative. I would like to remind you the full order. As
DM, I cannot hear you most of the time. You get very, very, I don't know, low in volume.
Is it the same for everybody?
Now it's better. You were moving away from your mic, I think.
And if I talk a bit further?
Yeah, that is bad.
Same for everybody? Please confirm.
The thing is that the music was very loud for me, so I decreased the volume of the music and then I could hear Mikola again.
Okay, is it now better?
Hmm.
Okay, I just boosted my voice.
It's kind of 60 out of 100%, I'd say.
You can go up to 200%, so feel free to play.
I know, but in terms of what you're doing, I don't know. Okay, I turned you up, so good to go.
Okay, cool. So the full order of initiative is the following. First goes the mercenaries, then goes Sas, then goes Farveld, then goes Wraith, then goes Romin Revenmar, then goes civilians, and golems go last.
Wait, when was Polo?
Polo together with Farveld in the same group.
Ah, okay.
Third. Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
So we have mercenaries going first. So let's see how many we have. So first thing that you can see that the dudes are kind of like attacking from the back, and they're not able to actually fully encircle you due to the wall and due to the caravans, so they cannot attack in full numbers. So let's count the damage. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3 cannot attack. Mercenaries. Okay, so it's 120 damage against tieflings.
20. They can one-shot us.
It makes it 1, 2, 3, 4
Everyone's
tieflings.
dying.
4 tieflings dead.
Mm-hmm.
So
4
sneaky
tieflings.
battalion.
They only have 40 HP.
So rogues are taking some damage, and but as the tieflings go down, you see how they're all in their like this last grasp of vengeance. They're using their racial ability, and just as all before, as they're downing, they're also downing a couple of mercenaries together with them. So 2 mercenaries down and 2 guys dead from horses. So they are just on the land now. So that was kind of on par attack in terms of reflection of damage. So these are the mercenaries from one side. From the other side, mercenaries are poisoned. And now currently they find themselves in the middle of like in a sandwich kind of. Just like a group of Farvard also is kind of a sandwich kind of. So they all are like, they hear this roaring of a monster right behind their backs. So they would be trying to attack the rock. So Farvald, I have stats and HP for rock counted, so since it's no longer under your control, I will be counting that. Okay. So we have 4 mercenaries. They're poisoned because, as you can remember, Rock has used his spores ability on them. And they are also...
They have saving
actually,
throws though.
right, they actually can do saving throws, but they take damage anyway. They take 4d10 damage. For that squad.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I have a really important call incoming. I need to take this. Like, hopefully only 5 minutes or less. Sorry.
Keep your camera on, or just...
Yes, will do.
Okay. Some unexpected things happening. Okay. Let's see if we get to Farveld. Probably not. It's taking his turn. Okay. So we have some damage being given to Rock. And one of the mercenaries is dying from the poison that has been applied to them. So they're on the 3. You all can see how their armor and faces and skin, everything is covered in those spores, and they're slowly kind of like evaporating into the air together with pieces of the armor and skin. So they're kind of tortured alive with this kind of poison. A very fiendish weapon, if I may say. I can try to imagine. Yeah, so I think those were all of the mercenaries we have left on the field.
Is it
now,
poison or acid?
yeah, I will cancel. It's poisoned. Poisoned. Yes, and now the mercenaries can take the saving throw. It's the Constitution saving throw. And they make it. They are no longer poisoned. Okay. So that was mercenaries round. Now Sas, your squad, which includes Breen and Dr. Ravage and yourself.
I mean, I'm in a close combat with Mr. Duvalier, mutated.
No, it's not Duvalier. Roman Revenmar.
Mr. Duvalier.
Duvalier is another dude that Rave likes.
Do I need to
he's
do a
more
disengage? I think I need to take a disengage, right?
He has already tried to bite you, so he is in range for you. So if you want to skip opportunity attacks from him, you would need to do disengage, yes.
What is the distance from me to the carriage or to the golems? Like 100 feet?
Remember that with your dash action, originally you were able to come from the basically central of the battlefield all the way to his tent. So it's a halfway. It's your basic movement would get you to the carriage. So your basic movement is about 40 feet something. Yeah.
Everything is pre-calculated already. It's a scenario basically. So DM, as we discussed, according to our scenario, I'm gonna do what we agreed on. I'm gonna spend 1 key point to do Step of the Wind. So basically I'm jumping away from His Highness using a bonus action, which also gives me disengage. So I spend 1 key to take disengage action as a bonus, and my jump distance is doubled. So basically I'm jumping away.
Which direction? Towards the camp.
Towards golems. I mean, if I can jump on a carriage, that would be great.
So
my walking distance is 50. Jumping is then what, doubled?
No.
Oh, let's Google it. Jump distance.
I'm afraid
3 plus strength modifier.
Yes. Your jumping is not dependent on movement. As far as we're using the D&D rules for that. But
jump calculator. Okay.
So long jump 10 feet horizontally, high jump 3 feet off the ground.
Without a running start, 9 feet. Or whatever.
So I would
Just
say
tell
that
me.
yeah, I would rule that you can, especially since you're using key point, you can make it definitely at least more than halfway to the carriages just with your jump.
Only halfway. Can I make it
Uh,
so I can see what's going on behind?
Okay, let's do the rule of cool. If you roll really good on the acrobatics, and since this is the first time you're using this ability, then you can get on the top of the carriage.
Easy. Acrobatics.
Yes,
23.
that's enough. That's enough to make this epic. So can you please describe us how suddenly the power of the winds bring you all the way?
Not yet, DM. So that's
Okay.
that's a part of my action. So I've used
This is your
jumping
bonus
ability,
action.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
but I have action also.
Yeah, correct.
So
You
while
still
I'm
have
jumping,
action. Okay.
I'm taking out my fire bottle grenades and I'm throwing them on His Highness. Like 4 of them.
Do you mean the salamander
This is not a
grenades?
weapon. I don't need to use it. I just need to throw it. They break. That's it, right? For me, this is like throwing a pebble or throwing
Remember, this is exactly the same thing as with dynamite that you used.
Is it?
That's exactly the
well,
same thing.
as you
yes.
say. So I want to throw grenades. How many I
Okay.
can throw?
How many? You can just leave them all behind, kind of like 4. It's fine. You have enough.
And they have
hands.
to break. I mean,
you
basically, I'm standing close. I'm saying, you know, I just got bitten, and I'm just, you know, try this. And I'm using my, you know, pulling the fuses off, and then I'm jumping back. So I'm literally throwing them down under me.
where he
I'm not-
stands, and then you kind of fly away. Okay, that sounds cool enough. Did I ever send you stats for salamander grenades?
No. You know the stats. There's some fire salamanders inside.
Exactly. So, wait, let me find it.
Star spawn larva mage aberration thingy. That's what is inside, as far as I know.
Say it again.
I don't know. I'm gonna post it. It is a star spawn larva. And I guess then there's maybe a mage ones, maybe there's a melee ones. Not a specialist. I don't know. For me, this is a fire grenade.
Did I ever mention it as part of the item? Why
yeah,
exactly
I have it
that
in
specific?
It's the cultists were pulling those out of the fire plane and putting them in a bottles.
No. So these dudes, I just googled them.
Yeah.
These were exactly the mages who were doing this ritual. This is their name.
Those were the ones who were doing it, not the
Yes,
ones.
yeah,
in
those
the
were the
bottles.
ones you were fighting with Aima, and who were trying to kidnap
Okay.
and make the grenades. So the thing inside of the grenade is a salamander itself. So cool. That's actually very cool. So, as you all can see, Sas is making this Hollywood type of explosion behind him, like throwing things, and then the gust of wind, Bollywood style, he jumps all the way to the top of the carriage, and meanwhile saying something like insidious back into his, try this, yes. And as you explode the 4 grenades into his face, each of the grenade is dealing 3d8 fire damage. So in total it's 12d8 fire damage.
Can I roll or you will roll?
If you want, you can roll. I don't mind.
No, you can roll.
Okay, then I will roll
I'm
it
not
in
trusting my rolls.
So 12 d8 roll fire damage. It's 46 fire damage.
Average, yeah, average.
Okay, let me count it. this is-
Exactly half. Okay.
Yeah, I just
Damn it.
rolled. But that's not the... Okay, so he takes full damage from it.
I don't know.
As you can see, these flames are like, at first they're kind of engulfing his body, and like he is like, even more light is in his face, and he is like trying to protect him with his wings like flaps, but he's not unable to beat the fire. And then, as you can see, as he starts to like beat the fire from his own body and from the nearby, like just kind of like instinctively what he does, you see how several silhouettes are actually, the fire itself seems to be alive, as it doesn't allow itself to be just probably beaten down with a basic technique, but rather it erects slowly from the ground. And as the fire gets formulated, you can see that Roman Renomar is now surrounded by these creatures.
Is he maybe on fire?
No, he's not. Can you see the
He doesn't
image?
burn.
I posted in Rolls channel, sorry. But so there are 4 salamanders now on the field. Very angry. Very, very, very bloodthirsty. Let me add them to the field.
They're okay, so I thought those guys were aberrations. So the salamanders are likely not aberrations. So there's some sort of fire. Well, the South
They are
doesn't know.
elementals. They are elementals.
I don't
just-
know. No idea. At least they're not undead, so they're not friendly with him. That's most likely.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
change the
Can I also?
color.
Okay. I also
Can you-
have the mage person,
Of course.
the doctor wizard. I want haste from him.
Mm.
If he sees me, he should see me. I'm on top of
Yeah,
the
he
carriage.
definitely. Okay.
I'm
So we
back.
have
And
4.
the brain.
Good. Now let me. So we have a salamanders joining our fight. Now let me roll for the initiative.
No,
have
they should have
initiative.
my initiative.
1 + 2. So they are gonna act last.
Okay. So I don't command them. They are not my.
No.
Okay.
They are acting as their own will, as just released beasts from a cage. And who are extremely angry and vicious against everything that is not from their plane. This is a, if you will, I don't know if you know more about Salamander, but those are kind of neutral evil elementals. So, yeah, they're currently His Highness is surrounded by 4 of them, exactly 1 from each grenade. Okay, then Dr. Ravage is casting haste on you, correct?
Yes, please. And the brain, I don't know. She just should protect the Doctor Strange.
Okay, that's her previous command that you gave to her, to just protect the Doctor.
Yeah, she's doing a help action or something. I don't know, something useful like that. So he doesn't lose concentration.
Yeah, so as you shout him, like, haste, haste! He casts haste on you. So you are within range. It's a concentration up to 1 minute. You get 2 AC bonus, advantage on dex saves, and additional action on each of your turns. The bonus action can be used only to take attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. Yeah, so I just posted the haste rules, so you should see it in the rolls. I think it should be visible.
It's not under active conditions, but I will remember.
You definitely must remember, especially as a monk. You have a
Yes.
lot of conditions. So the
I'm
moment
fast.
he cast,
Good.
yeah, the moment he casts the haste on you, you feel this breeziness of a wind as you're getting lighter and faster, and all the time basically slows down. You become like a bullet time person, and you can see how slowly those pieces of the sand, who were just like standing like as a one impenetrable wall, are starting to collapse on each other and fall down. And the sandstorm is slowly like kind of collapses and disintegrates. The sand wall is no more. Breen is currently targeting one of the golems, and she is shooting arrows in them because they're the closest ones.
Can they instead just go back away from the golems? Can she drag the wizard away?
Yeah, that's part. They can
They
do
should
it as
be.
part.
Yeah, they have movements. Yeah, so if they can back off.
Yeah, they do movement.
afterwards.
Yeah, you can ask them again. Okay, so as she is shooting the iron golems, she's also dragging the wizard behind, kind of like as a mom tries to protect the kid. I mean, because the wizard is concentrating on a spell, and
I mean, it's a
Yeah,
perfect
to your
usage of a
surprise,
wizard, literally.
you can perfectly can see that the wizard is actually not wavering and not showing the signs of, let's say, fear or eager to disengage or something. You, Sas, you realize that it's not his first rodeo of this kind.
Come on, he wouldn't see a vampire lord and
Nobody has seen Vampire Lord except for you yet, so they're in the middle of a
that
camp.
explains it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully
So
they don't.
Breen is done. Doktorovich is done. Sas, you done? Correct me?
Yes, movement. Well,
You get your bonus
the
action
bonus
right
action
away.
jump.
You get your bonus
The bonus
action
action
because of
jump
haste.
action. Do I have movement still?
Yes. You can use your bonus thing from haste to move. If you want.
Moving behind the golems. Telepathically, I heard forward
Okay, you
screaming
are.
in
What?
pain and asking me for help. Please, Sas, save us. Something like that.
Okay, yeah, you join them from behind as they have full attention. This wall of iron with the gigantic swords. They are pointing at Rizentar and Faladin and Farvald. Okay, you're done. Now Farvald group turn.
Good.
Okay.
So can I start with whomever, or does it have to be Farvold or Apollo first?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. Good. How big is the distance between Polo and Rave?
So between Polo and Rave, Rave is a bit on elevation on the hill. I would say like some 70 feet, something like this.
Okay. Then I have like a question. Jump doesn't really count as an action. Does it then count as movement?
It's part of the movement, right?
That means I have like the same distance no matter if I cross it like jumping or running or whatever.
No,
I have
it's
the
not
same
the same. It's always
distance.
less. You jump worse than you just run.
Ah, it's nothing I can do on top. Okay.
So
Okay,
like
got it.
Sas has a special ability which allows him to move and kind of use the powers of nature, and he is a monk, extremely faster, so he could do, let's say, this jump. But Paula, if you want to jump somewhere, like based on your strength and your initial movement, I don't think you can really jump anywhere of a reason. So you want to jump on top of a cart or something? What do you want to do? Can you just explain?
Okay, then Podol uses his bonus action and cunning action, uses dash, and dashes towards Wraith. So dash means double distance, so that means Podol can run for 60 feet, so he's fairly close to Wraith.
Okay, Paula
While running-
abandons everybody and runs towards Wraith. Yes?
Exactly. So while running, Polo's shouting, "Wraith, it's time! I need the dagger!"
Okay.
That should
Oh,
not
that
Come
was
and take
easy.
it.
Extortion,
What?
yes. Good time for extortion.
No, it's not extortion. We're synchronized.
Okay, then
Okay.
Wraith, are you giving him the dagger or not?
Yes.
You're giving him the Warpole dagger, correct?
Yes.
Okay, please add it to your
Use it
inventory.
wisely.
Wraith,
Okay,
please
wait.
remove it from your inventory.
Those technicalities. How is
Something we are
the dagger
proficient
called?
with.
Jeweled Vorpal dagger. Ah, here it is.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Good. So Paul is visibly happy. However, he's out of movement, unfortunately.
So you only
But
have your
what he
action
can
left.
do, what he can do is take his crossbow and wait, I need to tap in, tap out to the map, and actually, so where would Paulo be on the map? Can you move him? Just so that I'm clear. Okay. Ah, okay, there. Sorry. How many enemies are there left? Oh, there are quite lots of mercenaries.
Oh, that's
Versus
true.
the tieflings.
And they're currently, they are. You are in their backs.
Okay. Then... Oh. I fucked up.
Paulo?
I fucked up big time. Yeah, well, whatever. So Polo attacks with the crossbow +1, one of the elementals, the one that's closest.
Mercenaries.
So he has 80 feet.
You
No,
mean
no,
mercenaries?
elementals, like the golems.
Constructs. Okay. Okay, go
Constructs, the iron golems.
ahead. Shoot.
Mm-hmm. They still. I forgot they have 20 DC. I mean, well, whatever.
Please shoot.
Oh, that's 26 hit.
26 does hit, yes. And you
Okay,
get, because
good,
Sas
then
has
it's-
came in the back, you also get a sneak attack damage. So what's the total damage?
Mm-hmm. Total is 19. Yeah, only 19. Yeah, that would be it from Polo's side.
Okay. Then we do paladins. Paladins are resurrecting. Like you can see how they are running towards their fallen comrades, and they're like whispering some prayer and putting their hand on the shoulder of the deceased. And as they do so, they are using the revivify. and that allows them to bring the person back to life. Let me post the spell. I cannot make it that easily. Okay, anyway. So there, 3 of them are casting 3 Revivify, so you get all of the falling paladins back with 1 HP. And as this happens, the revivified paladins, they all cast Lay on Hands on themselves, each regaining 70 HP. So plus 210 HP, 223 to be specifically. Wait, 213, sorry. With a squad of paladins.
What?
70, 77,
Each
3
one?
plus 3.
Ah, plus 3. Okay. I didn't feel the plus 3. Okay, good.
Okay, those were all the paladins. The sneaky battalion rogue is actually quite puzzled about what to do, because he just saw Paula running next to him somewhere in the direction of heals, very fast. But he is going to just make damage and then kind of disengage, kind of move a bit further away from the golems. Who is left? We only have Farward left and Rizantar.
Yes.
So Farward, please
Okay.
do your stuff.
So, where Farward is positioned right now, would he would trigger opportunity attacks, right? No, there's no one around him. He would.
The golems were like in 15 feet distance to when they casted their spell. So you are not within their reach, but you are fairly close. So let's say, to be realistically, it's somewhat like this. So the Rizantar is definitely engaged with them, and Sas is engaged with them in combat. You are almost there. What do you do?
Okay.
So
Farward would. I can actually move him. Where is he? Where's Farward? There's Farward. So Farward would move kind
away.
of back here.
And as you're moving back here with the kind of your peripheral vision on the right, you can see that there is like 4 pillars of fire appearing next to a massive creature. It's now first time you can see the Roman Revenmar in the distance with his wings flapping, trying to beat down the fire. And you can see the whole thing that happens inside of the camp. Yes. You have like a visibility.
So they're fighting like the fire salamanders with the.
Currently, they're not. They're just erecting kind of their own body, collecting their own pieces into one complete body when Roman Revenmar is beating down the fire.
Okay. So from afar, then Farward targets this iron golem, the one to the south, and casts Eldritch Blast.
Okay, that was unexpected.
So 25 should hit.
Definitely, yes.
Oh shit! Wait. Oh no. Okay, so it's 6 force damage. It's 6 force damage, but it's 3 raise, so it should be 18 force damage.
Correct. So 18 force damage to another golem. So currently this golem has been under fire from Rizantar, from you, from Polo, from Breen. So you can see that the ranged attacks, probably your attack has dealt the most significant damage to him. Your force damage.
Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm.
At least there wasn't the sound of clinking of metal, which kind of getting deflected and kind of bends the armor and moves away. So that was
Oh,
your
dear.
action. That was your movement. Anything else?
Just as a reminder, when you say that there was this, it did kind of more damage than the other shots. Like Polo has a +1 crossbow, so that counts as magic damage.
Yeah, but
Just in case you. Okay, yeah, just saying. Good. Let me quickly check. Like my PC is really dying here. Like really, just too many things open.
yeah, hello and
So bear
welcome.
with
Thanks
me.
everybody for joining. As a party of Power Rangers are now engaged in a fierce combat against the Roman Revenmar and his forces, and we have several fronts fighting here, several groups, and Farwald is currently finishing the turn of group under his command.
Right. So Farwald, actually, Paladins are not gonna like this. Paladins hate this trick. So is there a corpse maybe behind the golems? Did anyone die around there? Any humanoid?
Of course, there are plenty of mercenaries and a couple of dead horses. Also some
Cool.
tieflings
So,
and sneaky battalion people.
But I mean like around where Sas is. Like this
well,
area.
Around Sas, no. I mean, that wasn't really where the fight was. Fight was more on the left. Fight was more on the right and in the middle of a camp. So the central part of your kind of engagement wasn't that bloody. I mean, what exactly are you trying to do? Please announce it.
I'm trying to call in a Cursed Spectre, but I kind of don't want to give the Paladins opportunity attack on him while it moves past them. You never know, you know?
Just do it.
So...
if you can.
Sure.
If your actions allow it.
Yes. It doesn't require an action. That's a nice thing about it.
It requires bonus no, wait, where is it?
It doesn't. Oh no, does it? No.
It says when
It
you
counts
slay
as
humanoid, you
other.
can raise. So yeah, you definitely can raise somebody from those mercenaries that you were in the middle of the fight.
I didn't kill anyone inside the circle of wagons, right?
No. Only next to yourself. Only in your own
Okay.
front.
Okay. Good. Then I raise one of the mercenaries closest to me as a spectre.
Okay. Let me find the spectre. Yep. So this dude is going to act according to your will.
Do you have the stats?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So just as a reminder, it gets +5 temporary HP. It has its own initiative, and it gains
It's gonna
+4
act with a
bonus
group.
to attack. Okay. Okay, so but +4 to attack rolls.
So it looks like this. If you open the roles channel, this is how the specter, which has been summoned by Farward, is. So it's an accursed image of a recently slain humanoids, fairly transparent in its light, and as the specter being reborn in his evil life again, he is screeching forward. You realize that this screeching of his is actually not of vigor and desire to fight, but rather of a disturbance and feeling weak.
I'm confused. What did you with?
Spectre
Like
has
it
sunlight
is,
sensitivity.
Okay, thank you.
So
Ah,
you're
this
fighting in the
is
bright
too bad.
sunlight.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Well-
Farvelt is done. We go
No,
next to...
I want to command the Spectre.
No, what he's going to do? Go ahead.
I'm sending him into the circle towards the common humans, and I want him to scare or kill them away from His Highness. So scare them, if necessary, kill them.
Ah, okay. So he's on his own task.
But yeah. But the idea
You can
is
see how he
for them
disappeared.
to
He
move.
went right through the carriage. He didn't care about the material object. He just went through. And he acts on
So
his
I
own
want them
behalf.
to move out of the circle, right? So not scaring them towards His Highness, but away.
Okay. He got his task. He is on the way.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Next. Rafe, your turn. You currently just given to the Polo a dagger that you have so preciously held for so many sessions.
I mean, I'm gonna have it back. It's only for the fight. So
That's what she said.
strategically, right? Come on.
Yeah.
It has to
I mean,
be
we
just for
really
the
need
fun.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if it really does something. Okay.
You can see that the
So
ranks of your people and tieflings are fairly even in terms of numbers. They have a couple of horse riders still. But yeah, as for another flank, you have just seen how there's this fiend appeared and start attacking mercenaries. And you realize it's probably Farvel. And you have seen the massive damage that the Iron Golems has caused to the Paladins and how they try to regain. From the elevation you can see, you actually is the only person who could originally see the explosions that Sas caused and the appearance of the fire salamanders on the field next to Romler and Moore.
A tip: they're immune to fire, Rafe.
I know. I mean,
Fire, you can use fireballs.
Yeah, against.
Because they're immune to fire.
Rafe, what would you do
Wait,
and
wait.
what would you
Who
order?
are you talking about?
You don't listen any voices. What do you do?
No, how many mercenaries are there still? Approximately.
5, 6,
yeah, over there.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Hmm.
in total. Several of them have already suffered the fire damage from a previous fireball, so their armor, weapons are like churned a bit. But most of them are just in the dirt and blood of their friends and enemies.
Yeah. Okay.
Sebastian,
Maybe
nice
I
to have you
just-
here.
The green ones.
Those are tieflings, not tieflings, halflings from Sneaky Battalion.
Ah. Okay, so they're also helping.
They are part of your group,
against.
yes.
Okay, they're part of my group. I just want to help them a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use. Two things priority, so I'm gonna use my sorcery points. How far am I from everything, from the place where I am? What's my distance
So I would
from...
say you're within like 40 feet to the
Yeah.
mercenaries and your people. You're somewhat 60 feet to Iron Golems. You would be
Yeah.
around 80 feet, 90 feet to the rock.
Yeah.
And around 90 feet, 100 feet to the closest salamander.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll use my sorcery points to be able to cast a spell and a cantrip. Let me...
Okay.
check again the
Sounds cool.
name of this exactly. Yeah, so
Okay.
no.
Are we seeing something new?
No, this I've done this in the past a few
Ah,
times
okay.
already. Yeah, no. A
Okay.
quicken spell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What against?
So
Go ahead.
okay, I'm
As
just
for others, I recommend you
removing
to
them.
think of your own group actions so we can speed it up, okay? Rafe?
Yeah. So yeah, in this case, I'm just gonna start with a fireball, of course.
Go ahead. Against the mercenaries?
No, against the His Highness. I'm gonna try to center him because I should be good in range.
Yes, you are good in range.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's
I'm gonna use
cool. Please cast a spell.
yeah, level 4. Ah. Let's see.
So he needs to make a dex save. Roll 23.
Yeah, he didn't fail, but then he takes half.
What's the damage?
45 in total.
Okay. So you already received 46, now 45 on the top. So as this giant ball of fire explodes, you can no longer see for a few moments the silhouettes of salamanders as they seem to be completely kind of melted or in one essence with the fire that you just caused. And they seem to be the only creatures in that circle of death that were super happy to feel this power of their own nature engulfing them from all the sides. I think I would rule that this kind of a boost would give them to +5 to initiative, as you're helping to complete their forming bodies faster with the fire that you're adding. So the initiative is now 8. Second action?
Yeah, and now I'm just gonna use a normal firebolt. Can I kind of understand out of those mercenaries who is causing more damage, who is kind of stronger?
Of course, you just cast the damage and then see what happens.
Okay. Let's see if that. So 26.
Definitely hits. 26 damage.
No.
Wait, camera of move. Somebody dropped.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yes.
forward died.
In background, yes. Nobody noticed.
Man.
In game. He's fine. He's in the ice cube.
I don't have the
whole fight.
scene for the tabletop and 4 people, so we have a ruined video for now. Thanks for noticing that.
Stream Hydra.
Stream Hydra.
Ah, you just moved to forward. Everything works fine.
But I cannot stream the battle map. Or either I can stream battle map and have broken cameras. Okay, let's do broken cameras. Thank you, Sebastian, for noticing. You are our bringer of worse news as usual. Okay, Rafe, how much damage you deal to the mercenaries?
Yes, it's 34.
34. So as you're shooting with the several rays of fire coming from end of your fingertips, You're killing 3 of the mercenaries, which were already previously damaged by your fireball. So you're kind of like giving them a mercy death.
Of course.
Any,
Yep.
any specific command to your tieflings?
No. They can stay there for now. It seems like
They're fighting.
the golems aren't. Yeah. Keep on defense position.
I
Yes.
think that's PC that
And-
died for Farver.
Yeah. I should just close
So-
tabletop, I guess.
Shouldn't Wraith have a plus sickness mana's damage in her attacks? I don't know, why would it be sickness? She's not using her whip. Okay, so as your tieflings are seeing that several of the enemies are dying right in front of them from your attacks from the back, they are invigorated to jump onto the remaining mercenaries. And they do their own proportional damage. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fighters and 2 rogues still left alive in your squad. So this would deal. So they deal in total 85 damage.
Okay.
So that allows them to kill 4 more mercenaries. So now they are in the lead in terms of numbers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I try to tell them once we're ready here, like we should go help